Hey everybody, it's Ed. In front of me, right here, down here. Well, I'll show you. I have a stack of 45 RPM singles by none other than the king himself, Elvis Presley. Now, the thing about these 45 RPM singles is that these are what they call the Gold Standard Series. And essentially, these are re-releases of Elvis's singles that were released throughout the years. I believe this began in 1965, okay? Now, throughout the years when these were released, they were released on different colored labels. When they were initially released in 1965, they came out on a black label. And then in the 70s, it switched to an orange label. And then from the orange, I believe it went to the red label. And after the red label, it went back to a black label again. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to show my collection of these Gold Standard Series 45s. And here it is. Now, I believe I have just about 50 altogether. But some of them are doubles. In other words, I may have a couple of them on different colored labels. So let's blow through them. Let's see what we have. And I'll try and explain some helpful tidbits along the way as we go through them. All right, but first and foremost, we start with a red label, Mystery Train with I Forgot to Remember to Forget. Now, this was the very first RCA single release of his Sun record. It was the last Sun record released and the first RCA single release. Now, the key to these is this number right here, this catalog number of 447. Usually Elvis singles back in the era were 47 and then the catalog number. But the Gold Standard Series has 447 prefix and then the catalog number that follows it. And Mystery Train is 0600. So it's 447-0600. And then after that, we have, it's an early pressing, I believe, from 1965, Elvis Presley of That's All Right with Blue Moon of Kentucky. And I will show you the back. That is the back. All right, and this is on a black early label. Again, I believe this is 1965. It's a 6S 3S pressing. So we have That's All Right. And we have Blue Moon of Kentucky. I'm going to start blowing through these a little bit faster, but I just wanted to show you some of the early ones. And yeah, so this is from the 60s as well. All right, and then we have a red label pressing of That's All Right. And if you notice up top, it says Elvis Presley. But then we turn it over, and then we have Blue Moon of Kentucky. But it's by some guy named Elvis Presley. It's Elvis Presley. Yeah. It's funny, though. I whatever, but there you go. Yeah, that's only on the red label I found that. All right, then after that, so the catalog numbers, as I know, as I was mentioning, though, they go in order. So it's 447-0601 for That's All Right. And then the next one would be 447-0602. So the order of release, the catalog number goes. So it's really easy to put them in order if you have them in your collection. And then we go to at 1965 pressing of Good Rockin' Tonight with I Don't Care If the Sun Don't Shine in the original sleeve. All right, and then we have 447-0603, You're a Heartbreaker, with Milk Cow Blue Boogie. And then I have it on the later black label, You're a Heartbreaker, with Milk Cow Blue Boogie. Nice, Blues Boogie. All right, and then we go to 0605, Heartbreak Hotel, with I Was the One. All right, and then we have a black label, earlier pressing 0607 of My Baby Left Me with I Want You, I Need You, I Love You. Very cool. All right, and then another early pressing, Blue Suede Shoes, 1965. This is in the original sleeve with, of course, the good old Tutti Frutti. All right, and then this is 70s pressing with Lordy Miss Claudie. And what is that? Shake, rattle, rattle, and roll. Rattle, as my grandfather used to say. A bottle. All right, and then we have an orange, Love Me Tender, with anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Any Way You Want Me. That's How I Shall Be. And then a later pressing, 70s, Love Me Tender, with, yeah, Any Way You Want Me. And then we have 70s pressing, All Shook Up, with That's When Your Heartaches Begin. And then an earlier 70s pressing on the red label, All Shook Up, That's When Your Heartaches Begin. Right, and then we have an early 60s of Jailhouse Rock with Treat Me Nice. And then we have, my God, we've barely gotten through this, Loving You on the red label with Let Me Be a Teddy Bear. And then on the 70s black label, Hard-Headed Woman with Don't Ask Me Now. All right, and oh, I'm sorry. Don't ask me now. Don't ask me why. What am I thinking? I'm sorry, guys. All right, and then I got Stung. I'm getting distracted from what's going on upstairs. And then One Night, and this is an earlier 60s pressing as well. All right, and then we have Need Your Love Tonight. Now, I don't have all of these. I'm not even sure how many there are all together. I got to think at least 100. All right, and then Stuck on You with Fame and Fortune. And then the 70s, It's Now or Never with A Mess of Blues. And then we have another red label of It's Now or Never with A Mess of Blues. And then a red label, Surrender with Lonely Man. And then I have another Surrender in the black 70s label with Lonely Man. And then I have 70s black label, Little Sister with, what is that? I can't say. Ah, darn it. Oh, Marie's the name of his latest flame. All right, then we have Good Luck Charm with Anything That's Part of You, 70s label. All right, and then we have early 60s, She's Not You with Tell Her Just, Jim, oh gosh, Tell Her Jim Just Said Hello. Or Just Tell Her Jim Said Hello. What is wrong with me today? Return to Sender. On the red label, okay, and then picture sleeve, Kiss Me Quick with Suspicion. And there's the back. And this, oh, it's on the red label. Look at that. Nice. All right, and then we have Devil in Disguise with Please Don't Drag That String Around. This is a 60s copy. I don't know what's in this sleeve. All right, and then we have Witchcraft with Bossa Nova Baby. And then we have Crying in the Chapel, 60s pressing. Let's see what the back looks like. If I can show you without damaging. There's the back. Very cool. Nice. I hope I don't run out of film here. All right, oh, video. And then we go to Kissin' Cousins and It Hoits Me. All right, and then we have another It Hoits Me. Kissin' Cousins. This is a black label 70s pressing. The other was the 60s. All right, and then we have a good old orange label of Viva Las Vegas with, what did I say? And then we have, ooh, I'll Have a Blue Christmas Without You. And then, of course, Santa Claus is Back in Town, 60s pressing. Very cool. All right, and then another Blue Christmas, but this is 70s black label with Santa Claus is Back in Town. All right, and then we have Puppet on a String with Wooden Heart. And this is on the black label. And here is what the back of the cover looks like. Very nice. Very cool. All right, we're almost at the, well, about 2/3 of the way through. All right, now we have Love Letters, 70s black label with Come What May. All right, then, oof, Spin Out, 70s black label with All That I Am. And then, a favorite of mine, I love this song, Stay Away. Stay Away with U.S. Mail. U.S. Mail's a good one, too. Makes me chuckle every time I hear it. In the Ghetto, 70s label. Any day now. All right, what number are we up to? We're up to 0671. All right, and then we have Suspicious Minds on the red label. And this is 0673 with You'll Think of Me, another favorite of mine. Love that song. And then on the 70s black label, Suspicious Minds with You'll Think of Me. And then black label 70s, The Wonder of You, favorite song with Mama Like the Roses. And then red label, The Wonder of You with Mama Like the Roses. And where did they go, Lord? What number are we up to? 447-0680. So we're up to 80 releases so far, but I only have about 4 left. All right, and then If Every Day Was Like Christmas, this is 0681 with How Would You Like to Be? All right, and then we have Life and Only Believe. And then we have Heart of Rome with I'm Leaving. And then last but not least, we have It's Only Love with The Sound of Your Cry. Now, was this the last release at number 0684, meaning 84? Well, actually, really 85, because you got to count 00 for Mystery Train. So were there 85 singles, or are there 15? No, there's got to be more. You know, well, I'm definitely missing some. But I think there's at least 100 of these, but I should really look into that and check for certain. But you know what? If anybody knows for certain, leave me a comment. Let me know. I would appreciate it. But I appreciate you all watching. And let me know if this gold series, 45s are ones that you collect or are interested in. Do you go for specific labels? Do you go for the orange label? Do you go for the black label? Do you go for, the 60s black label? Do you go for the 70s black label? Do you go for the orange label? Any ones in particular? I just, if I find them and they're in decent enough shape and they're cheap, and if I know I need it, I can get it, I pick it up. So that's pretty much how I do it. And I've been finding a lot of these recently because I had about, I want to say maybe 10 to 15, and I've been finding them and getting them for relatively decent prices. So I've been picking them up, and that's what we have so far. So I do appreciate you watching. And like I said, if you would like, leave me a comment. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Take care, everybody.